Okay, we will now call to order the April school board meeting for District 518. Let the record reflect that 6 of the 7 members are here. Missing tonight is Matt Widboom. Recognition of visitors and guests. Thanks everyone for attending tonight's meeting. Next, we will stand for the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance
Next, we will
to the
stand
flag
for the Pledge of Allegiance.
of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, correspondence and recognition. We've had no requests for any public participation. Recognition of students, staff, and community. Eric, are you?
Yep.
Eric's going to do that for me.
Congratulations to Family, Career, and Community Leaders of America member Sarah Law in receiving a top gold medal on her project at the Minnesota Chapter Spark Award for her local work and efforts, and Jacqueline Perez Ventura, Kendra Sandoval Lopez, and Wendy Vincente in also receiving a top gold medal and advancement to nationals. Congratulations to Giselle Martinez in placing 3rd in Section 2A speech team meet, which earned her a trip to the state speech tournament. Congratulations to Worthington Middle School 6th grade writer Elizabeth Gomez Monteroso on receiving 3rd place for her written composition at the 21st annual SWWC Creative Writing Contest. Congratulations to 5th grade student Delani Cummings on receiving 2nd place in the Southwest Minnesota Spelling Bee. Congratulations to junior Aiden Harwood on being selected and performing with the National Honor Choir at the National 2025 American Choral Directors Association in Dallas, Texas. Congratulations to Jakari Sweeney for being named to the Big South All-Conference Boys Basketball Team. And finally, but not least, congratulations to Mr. Landgard for being recognized at the Minnesota Association for School Administrators meeting for his service to MASA.
Good. Okay, now next we'll have a special presentation. Ann Foley, would you like to come up, and would you like Dave and John?
I'll help
to please
Ann
come?
out with this. If we could have Mr. Skov please come forward.
I got a mic for you, Lori.
Oh, I get a microphone? I mean, I'm not loud enough. Right there. Yes, please come this way. Am I on?
I don't know, is she on?
And Mr. Landgard, you're gonna need to stand up as well. Yes, no, yes, no? Or I can just talk loud, or no.
Let me switch you up.
I need both.
One for YouTube and one for the room.
Good.
Okay, yep.
Do I still have to hold this? I put my pocket?
No, you hold that and I'll hold this for you.
Okay. In recognition of the retirement in December of Mr. Skog and the upcoming retirement of Mr. Landgard, some of the staff here and also some past board members got together and decided that we would help buy a paver for each one of those in the Brandel Memorial Wall at Trojan Field. So in appreciation to Dave Skog, Director of Operations for 27 years of service, 1997 to 2004. This is a sheet, just pretend it's a big paver, like, heavy. And in appreciation of Mr. Landgard, Superintendent for 22 years of service, 2003 to 2005. Your paver, so. Yes, and so we thank you for your service. It's my honor to recognize you on behalf of the staff at District 518, teachers all the way down to our custodians and food service and the past board members that we have standing over there. We thank you.
Okay, next, the high school music department has a special presentation as well. Would you guys like to come up, Joel, Brad, Steve? Okay.
Too, Oscar, is it too high up if it's on the shirt? Is it too high up if it's on the shirt? Perfect, okay.
There you go. There we go. Perfect.
Can't keep a secret.
Would you guys like John to stand for this as well?
Sure.
Stand up again. The high school music department has a special presentation for John as well.
Good evening. My name is Carrie Johnson. I serve as the high school choir director and ISD 518 music department chair. Last night, nearly 400 ISD 518 students played a concert for a packed gymnasium of their biggest fans and supporters. It was truly a magnificent thing to behold, and it was a great reminder of how lucky we are to have a thriving music program in Worthington, Minnesota. From their first day at Prairie Elementary, a quality music education is deeply embedded into the fabric of our students' learning experience. Nearly 200 students each year begin the journey of learning to play a new instrument in our beginning band and orchestra programs. Our middle school and high school students are not only able to continue their participation in band, choir, and orchestra, they're encouraged to do so. Additionally, the quality of those programs is supported by high-quality general music classes that ensure that music ensembles do not become a catch-all place for students to meet their music requirements. Additionally, students in music ensembles are further supported through summer band and strings, as well as individual and group lessons through high school. Our middle school and high school students routinely excel at regional, state, and national levels through competition and honor ensembles. And our marching band continues to win awards and hearts everywhere they go. Our students have had the opportunity to work with some of the best musicians in the country through festivals, clinics, and partnerships with Memorial Auditorium. It's no small feat to keep a K-12 program such as ours running. It takes a lot of financial support and dedication to excellence from many individuals. We know that many districts do not receive the financial support that we have been granted by District 518 administration, and we are infinitely grateful for that support. Tonight, ISD 518 Music and Wambo would like to thank Superintendent Landgard for his role in supporting music education in Worthington. Please accept this plaque as a token of our gratitude as you near your retirement after many years in the district.
Thank you.
Dan was
Oh, we have to take a picture, apparently.
I know. He loves that.
Okay. Next, we'll have a presentation on community education by Sharon Johnson, the Community Education Director.
Good evening. It's very nice to be with you tonight. Can you hear it? It's nice to be with all of you tonight. I'm thrilled to be here to present to you about community education. We are in our 50th year of existence as part of District 518, and it's a great opportunity for me to give you an overview of the things that are going on. We have in our community education department 5 distinct departments, and you can see those on the screen, and they've started at various times over the 50 years. One of the things that we can be assured of in community education is that things continue to change, and we've continued to grow and expand over the years. I'm going to tell you just a little bit about each of our departments. The first one that most people are probably familiar with is the enrichment department. This is the department that sends out a catalog that you probably get in the mail every quarter. The coordinator for that is Sue Chendaswang. And we tally some of our enrollment data for that. You can see that our youth enrichment programs are the largest part of that department. And they have around 1,300 participants last year. And some of their most popular programs here, you can see the gardening class that just took place about a week ago. But Celebration Chorus is one of the most popular classes, ethnic cooking classes, gymnastics, a wide range of classes. And the enrichment department really serves people of all ages. It's open to anyone to participate in. The next department is our Adult Basic Education Department, also referred to as ABE. A lot of people don't know that our ABE department serves much more than just Worthington School District. We actually serve 21 school districts here in our area. An 8-county region is served by our Adult Basic Education program. Even those 21 school districts we serve, we have in-person classes in 10 towns, plus we offer online opportunities. And we offer classes that start at 8:45 in the morning, and we run classes until 8 in the evening. And here are the types of classes that we offer in ABE, and if you look, you can see this is a current year classroom. The classes are very full right now. We're thrilled about that. We're finally back to pre-COVID levels of attendance in our adult classes. Anyway, you can see we offer English. Those are our most well-attended classes. We offer citizenship and civics education, GED preparation, workforce readiness, and digital literacy. And our workforce readiness, I do want to comment on that. We partner a great deal with Minnesota West and Career Force on those programs, and it's a real great collaboration that we have in the area. And this shows a little bit about their enrollment. We had a little over 1,000 unduplicated number of students. Some of the numbers you'll see will be more than that, because people may take more than one kind of class, so that sometimes they'll be counted twice. But unduplicated, a little over 1,000 students. The third department is our early childhood department, and Melanie Kuhl is our coordinator for that. These are the different kinds of classes we offer in early childhood. The very first kind of classes that we offered were ECFE classes, early childhood family education for parents and children to attend together. In our district, those are offered once a week, and they're about an hour and a half in length. We offer daytime and evening classes, and we offer classes in English and in Spanish. We also offer a school readiness preschool that's offered 3 days a week for half days, and that's primarily 3-year-olds in the program. We offer a school readiness plus preschool, which is 5 days a week all day. And then our family literacy program, which is 3 days a week for half days. And in that program, the parents and the children attend together as well. And the parents have time to go to parent education as well as adult basic education during the time that they're in school. And this is the enrollment from last year for our early childhood department, split out by the different types of programs. So 770 participants in our early childhood department. One of the things that I did want to mention to you that is potentially changing related to early childhood is the way that we are able to enroll students in the program. The state has always had criteria for enrolling students in the program, and these are some of the criteria that are in statute for the priority of students in the program. And so for our 3-year-old program, we strictly adhere to all of this. When we started the 4-year-old all-day, everyday program, we do have some slots that are filled on a first-come, first-served basis. And those slots are being paid for with some funding that all of you have approved. But one of the things that the state is currently going through the legislature is the very last one that you see on the screen. a district can enroll students if a student is defined as at risk by the local school district. And this year they're trying to delete that from the criteria and take that flexibility that school districts have away, where students would have to meet one of these criteria in order to participate in a program. So we're keeping an eye on that and communicating with legislators a little bit about that. I personally do believe that they should allow school districts to still have that flexibility, because there are students who have high needs that maybe don't fit one of these exact specified criteria. So anyway, just to keep you aware of something that is going through the legislature pertaining to early childhood. The next department is called our Family and Community Liaisons Department. We just have the 4 staff people in this department, so it's one of the smallest departments in our program. They receive funding excuse me, from the United Way of Nobles County and grant funding from Southwest Minnesota Opportunity Council. So we are greatly appreciative of the contributions that they make to the work that the liaisons do. The liaisons actually started out as being grant funded, and over time, different departments have contributed to the work or to funding the work that they do. And one of the things that they do that most supports the K-12 system is that they are in charge of the pre-K through 12th grade enrollments for the school district. So any new student to our district will come through the family liaisons to be enrolled. They also provide language support to families, and they help people with all kinds of things that they might have need to connect with services. So it can be referrals to agencies, it can be connections to different resources that are available in the community, and especially we are helping families with how to navigate the school system. That is primarily for families who maybe aren't familiar with how the school systems work in the United States. So that's an important part of the work that they're doing. And you can see here that they had about 1,800 unduplicated clients last year and documented about 3,500 appointments. And our last department is, excuse me. Our last department is the Nobles County Integration Collaborative. And again, this is a department that serves a broader territory than just District 518. We serve 6 school districts. You can see them listed there: Adrian, Ellsworth, Fulda, Heron Lake, Okabena, Round Lake, Brewster, and Worthington. And that's the staff from NCIC in the picture there. And we are very fortunate to have a very diverse staff, bilingual staff, who are really helping us meet the needs of families and students in our district. Some of the programs that they offer are academic interventions. NCIC does fund some of the licensed interventionists that are in our K-12 system. They have an equity council with representatives from all 6 member school districts. They provide integrated camps across the 6 school districts and retreats, like the Kindness Retreat. A lot of people are familiar with that as something that 5th graders participate in. We have out-of-school time programs. Those are available 3 nights a week after school for middle school and high school students. We have professional development opportunities, largely around cultural competency topics. And finally, they do offer teacher pathway scholarships to individuals who are pursuing a degree in education. This is separate from the Southwest Teacher Preparation Partnership, which is the partnership between Minnesota West and SMSU. The NCIC scholarships can be used at any accredited college, and the intention is for those people to return to Southwest Minnesota to be teachers in our rural area. And this is just a closing photo. This is our staff from this year, and we couldn't do the work that we do without the staff. So I thank them for their work, and I thank you for the support that you've shown to Community Ed. Any questions? Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Sharon. Okay, moving on, we need 2.0, approval of the agendas, the consent agenda and main agenda. There's no additions. Need a motion to approve the agendas.
I move approval of both the consent and main agenda.
Motion by Lori,
Second.
second by Ann. All those in favor of the approval of the agenda, say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, same sign. Motion passes. 3.0 approval of minutes, the March school board meeting minutes and the committee meeting minutes as read. So I need a motion to approve minutes.
I'll make a motion to approve minutes from the March 18th and April 8th meetings.
Motion by Eric,
Second.
second by Ann. All those in favor of the March school board meeting minutes and the committee meeting minutes, please say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, same sign. Motion passes. 4.0, the consent agenda. Need approval for the items under the consent agenda.
So moved.
Motion by Lori,
Second.
second by Ann. All those in favor of the consent agenda, say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, same sign. Motion passes. 5.0 main agenda, monthly financial overview. Carmen?
The board should have the district revenue expenditure report for the period ending March 2025 in front of them. We are 9 months into our fiscal school year. The total operating revenue for the period ending March 31st is 71.03%, currently compared to 67.42% last year at the same time. So we are currently on track with our budgeted revenues. Our total operating expenditures are also on track with 65.59% this year compared to 68.16% last year at the same time. Over the next probably few months, we've already started the ordering process. We will see a slight increase in our expenditures compared to budgeted numbers as we are planning on purchasing some items that were planned operating capital for next year. But due to some increase in price due to tariffs, some of those vendors have reached out to us and we had decided to move forward with those expenditures in this current fiscal year to save quite a bit of money based on what their projected increases are going to be. Mr. Swanson will be preparing a revised budget for our May board meeting, so that will be coming with some revised numbers on both revenues as well as expenditures.
Okay. Any questions for Carmen? Okay, 5.2, approve the second reading of policy 704, development and maintenance of an inventory of fixed assets and fixed asset accounting system. John?
This was presented to the operations committee. There were no changes from the first reading, so the recommendation from the committee is approval.
Okay,
Okay, I move approval of the second reading of policy 704.
motion by Lori.
Second.
Ann, is that you?
Yep.
Second by Ann. Is there any further discussion? All those in favor of the second reading of policy 704, say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, same sign. Motion passes. 5.3, approve the tax abatement resolution number 1 from earlier tonight. Need a motion.
So moved.
Motion by Ann,
Second.
second by Eric. Is there any further discussion? This is a roll call vote.
Ms. Dudley.
Aye.
Ms. Agard.
Aye.
Judy.
Aye.
Ms. Mills.
Aye.
Mr. Bloom.
Aye.
Mr. Parrish.
Aye.
Okay, motion passes. 5.4, approve tax abatement resolution number 2. Need a motion.
So moved.
Motion by Eric,
Second.
seconded by Aaron. Is there any further discussion? This is also a roll call vote.
Ms. Dudley.
Aye.
Ms. Agard.
Aye.
Ms. Judy.
Aye.
Ms. Mills.
Aye.
Mr. Bloom.
Aye.
Mr. Parrish.
Aye.
Motion passes. Okay, 5.5, approve resolutions relating to the termination and non-renewal of teaching contracts. Was this instruction?
Yeah, we presented that they would be coming this evening for the termination or non-renewal. Names were not presented at that time. You were given them through the school board agenda, and this is the administrative recommendations.
Yes, there's 11 of them, is that right? Yeah. Okay. Anyone for a motion?
I move approval of the resolutions relating to the termination, non-renewal 5.51 through 5.5.11.
Okay, motion by Lori,
Second.
second by Ann. Any further discussion? Okay, this is also a roll call vote.
Ms. Dudley,
Aye.
Ms. Agard,
Aye.
Ms. Shooty,
Abstain.
Ms. Mills,
Aye.
Mr. Bloom,
Aye.
Mr. Parrish.
Aye.
Motion passes. Okay, 5.6, approve soccer field lease with the city of Worthington. Imagine this was operations?
Correct. Yeah, and the lease agreement would be for $1 for them, and then, of course, they would do some of the maintenance and maintain and manage that piece of property over the summer months.
Okay. Anybody want to make a motion to approve the soccer field lease?
So moved.
Motion by Eric,
Second.
seconded by Darla. Is there any further discussion? All those in favor of the soccer field lease, say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, same sign. Motion passes. 5.7, approve authorization by the school board to accept a quick claim deed from SMOC and authorize the chair and secretary to execute a warranty deed to SMOC.
So this was presented to the operations committee and was a recommendation from the attorney in regards to creating a paper trail so it could be tracked later if needed be. So it's recommendation from the attorney.
Okay, need a motion?
Motion to approve the quitclaim deed from SMOC and authorize the chair and secretary to execute a warranty deed.
Okay, motion by Ann,
Second.
seconded by Aaron. Is there any further discussion? All those in favor of the motion, say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, same sign. Motion passes. Okay, 5.8, approve the MOU with Education Minnesota Worthington on health insurance. John or Carmen?
Yeah.
You want to talk a little on it, Carmen? Or- Yeah.
Lori, you have it.
Well, I just, the MOU is, I can read it here, the MOU eliminates the $500 deductible 100% plan. This is on insurance, and replaces it with a $1,650 non-embedded high deductible plan offered through Sanford Health Care. And that's for the 2025 year. The traditional 1,000 plan contribution from the district stays the same, that's $10,600. The single HSA plan, the contribution is $10,700 from the district, and the family HSA district contribution is $11,700. This MOU will take effect July 1, 2025, and will expire once the contract is ratified with Minnesota Teachers Union. So then it will be null and void after the negotiations process is done and ratified.
Okay, need a motion for the MOU with Education Minnesota Worthington.
So moved.
Motion by Lori,
Second.
second by Ann. Is there any further discussion? All those in favor of the MOU, say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, same sign. Motion passes.
Abstain.
Oh, yeah, that's right, Eric's got abstain, sorry. Motion still passes.
And I don't think the full board got a copy of this MOU, so I would just request, in the future when we're asked to vote on something, if it can be shared with the whole board prior to the vote.
Okay, anything else? No. Okay, approve purchase of computers.
So, we brought this up at the Operations Committee. Currently, right now, the pricing looks like it's going to increase, and Amy Ernst talked to me about purchasing these. It would be for staff laptops that were budgeted, and then the art lab, which was part of the capital outlay budget, as well as some monitors and keyboards. So the total cost is $1,975, which is under the bid limit. And to avoid the increased cost, we're recommending purchase now. And then likewise, this is about $40,000 under the estimate, so it's good pricing.
Okay, motion to approve the purchase of computers.
So moved.
Darla, motion by Darla,
Second.
seconded by Aaron. Is there any further discussion? All those in favor of the approval of the purchase of computers, say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, same sign. Motion passes. 5.10, approve to declare surplus property.
So this wasn't presented at either committee. I meant to trade it when we purchased one of the Suburbans and didn't get that done, so now we need to get rid of it, and so we need to declare it surplus, and we'll put it out for bids and get rid of that truck. It's the Prairie Elementary maintenance pickup.
Okay. Just need a motion to approve to declare surplus property.
So moved.
Motion by Ann,
Second.
seconded by Lori. Any further discussion? All those in favor of the surplus property, say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, same sign. Motion passes. Okay, we'll move on to reports. John, Superintendent's report.
I really don't have anything this evening for reports other than I'd like to say thank you to the board members, current and past, as well as the music program or staff for the recognition. Appreciate it very much.
Okay. Instructional committee.
Just looking here, it looks like everything has been covered. Mr. Landgard did do some of the state legislation updates, nothing specific really, but know that stuff's coming. Otherwise, everything else has been covered.
Okay, operations, Aaron, Darla. Anything additional?
No.
Everything's been covered. Okay, other reports. So go back to our meeting last week. I visited with John over at the high school committee, and that was my fault. There is a facilities committee, and I appointed the operations, so it is up to you guys if you want to keep it operations or if you want to make the facilities committee lead the high school directive. The only difference is I think, Lori, you're on facilities and Aaron, you're not.
Oh, okay.
But that's up to you guys. If you're okay with the operations, we'll keep it that way. But if you're in dire need to want to change it to the facilities committee, we will.
I have a question of what is the specific directive that either is going to actually be
I
doing?
think the biggest thing is just try and meet with the administration and get a, kind of help prioritize what we're going to direct new administration in the future and what really needs to be done to the high school. I think we were gonna do that with like Tony and from our last meeting,
So specific to the high school.
just to the high school, yeah.
So it would, basically what I heard is it would be to kind of, one, establish getting more than just one quote or information from one company. Two, it would be to kind of set what the expectations would be for them to provide a decent number and what, if you're gonna focus on, example, the kitchen and secure entrance and how much more you wanna do. And so the committee would set the direction, and at that point then, the administration or office would do the work to start that process.
But the committee is not in charge of getting quotes or.
Right, because that's the superintendent or
That's not our-
assistant superintendent's job, so
that's
it's
not our
mostly
job.
to set.
Is everybody
Direction.
clear on the direction of the high school and the job of the committee? Just making sure everyone's clear, Aaron?
Yeah,
Okay.
clear to me.
Do you want to stay with operations?
I don't care.
Makes no difference to me.
Okay, let's just keep it at that then, if you're fine with that. I did speak with Joel a little bit. I'll leave it up to your guys' discretion if you guys would like him. I think he would kind of like to be a part of seeing it and what you're thinking, so maybe set something up with him someday and the rest of the administration as well, so.
Is there a time frame of when this is gonna happen, or is it gonna come back then
No,
to the
'cause we
full board
talked-
for discussion,
yeah.
to another work session?
It'll come back to another work session,
Okay.
which would be later on, so it's not like we have to do this right now. But you could do it in May, or else you probably wanna almost wait until August when people are back, or I don't think you really wanna do it in June and July when it's not much going on, but I'll leave that up for discussion for the operations committee, but then yes, the direction will come back to a work session on what we're gonna prioritize the high school needs for. And that was just the high school, that was it, so. Okay, if everyone's clear on that. 7.0, is there any other business? Any future business? I don't think other than normal stuff, so does anybody have anything else? That's good. Meeting adjourned.